Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place and then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
During COVID, I gained 24 pounds. I lost motivation in working out. I lost motivation in eating healthy. And for me, if I'm not active, I just don't eat well. But then I started taking a class at Harbor's gym called High Low. The first week I felt like I didn't fit in and I couldn't do it. But the instructor was so kind and thanked me for coming and told me how well I did. I was like, no, I wasn't, but it made me come back the next week and the next week. And soon enough, I was keeping up with the class. I started introducing more classes and then going Saturdays. I learned how to lift weights accurately with repetition. I started lifting on my own. I started golfing too with my husband. And all of a sudden, I was buying salads instead of sandwiches. Small victories happened week by week, and it's 100% because of Harbor, their staff, their gym, the golf. My husband is getting out of the house and working out with me. His golf game is increasing, we're lifting together, and we feel good. Harbor, where I lost my reins and got my gains.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Fall Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Fall Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Fall Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to Hidden Valley High School. It is opening night of Skyline Conference play, and it's Henley visiting Hidden Valley. Alongside Josh Eldredge, I'm Matt Bowling, and it's great to be with you here in Grants Pass tonight. Henley had an unexpected 2-week break as they had a couple games canceled. They were supposed to play Cottage Grove at the Skyline crossover on January 6th and then host 3A Pleasant Hill last Saturday. Both of those games were canceled due to the winter storm that moved through the basin. Starting lineups being introduced right now. Give you a quick look at both teams. Henley coming in 12-0. It's their best start since the 2014-15 season when they won their first 22 games en route to a state championship game appearance. Hornets won 56-46 at 3A Lakeview their last time out on January 3rd. Meanwhile, you look at Hidden Valley. They are 4-10, coming off a 66-22 loss to Cottage Grove last Wednesday. So all things considered, you know, you don't necessarily like to have a long stretch of downtime in the middle of the season leading into conference play, but this looks to be a good game for Henley to kind of get back into the swing of things.
You certainly hope so. I mean, you never want to underestimate a conference opponent, of course. But of all the teams that you'd like to play after coming off a 2-week break and opening conference play, Hidden Valley is definitely the team right now that you want to do it against.
It's Anna Harper against Aja Lapan for the tip-off, and it's won by the Hornets. Campos dishes it to Facel, who pulls up and misses. Rebounded underneath by Northcutt. Annie Campos dribbling in, pulls up and misses. Rebound, and the putback attempt by Harper draws a foul. Well, they're going to say it was before the shot, so Henley will have the inbound. Throws it to a wide open Shade. No one was guarding her, but she missed the three. Gets her own rebound. Putback will not go, and it's rebounded by Aja Lapan. She loses it. Able to get it up to Jasmine Kelly. Kelly's pass tipped, taken away by Northcutt. Northcutt going in, too strong off the glass. Rebound, the putback is there for Preston Shade.
There you see one of the great strengths of this Hornets team, that ability to just get in the passing lane and create the steal.
This is Taylor Graham. Over to Kaylee Bennett. Kelly. Throws it. It's intercepted. Lily Fassell, but she has it knocked out of her hands. And opening points looked like the opening points for Hidden Valley, but it rimmed out. Riley Junker missing. It goes out of bounds. Henley ball. Tough break for Hidden Valley as Annie Campos wasn't looking for the inbound. Northcutt, that's a long two. And it takes several bounces, falls off. Put back no good for Annie Campos. Misses again. There another one misses and a foul called against the Hornets. Looks like it's on Anna Harper. That's her first. Foul count even now at 1 apiece. As Sam Lesher gets set to inbound it and throws it right to Lily Fassell, who easily cashes in. This time the inbound successful. Taylor Graham. Kaylee Bennett. Henley with a 4-0 lead here, 6:12 to go in the first quarter. The pass is not cleanly received and out of bounds. It'll be Henley ball. Annie Campos. Fassell. Fassell drives back out to Shade. Over to Northcutt. Into Harper. Harper spins. Can't finish. Rebounded by Shade. Wide open again in the corner, but misses the three. Taken the other way by Graham. Graham kicks it to an open Lesher, who airballs that one, tipped out. Henley ball. Well, maybe a bit of a slow start so far for both teams.
Couple of minutes in, it certainly looks like Henley's taken a 2-week break, but the things that you like to see are still happening, mainly their defense. They packed it in the bus.
Annie Campos is wide open, but Lily Fassell didn't see her. Harper, mid-range, swish. Anna Harper with her first points of the night as Kaylee Bennett nails the three on the other end. In transition, Annie Campos ahead to Fassell, who lays it in, and now we've picked up the pace. This is Bennett. Guarded by Shade. Freshman on freshman. It's Lesher. Loose ball picked up by LePan. Kicked out to Junker. Junker lost it off her own leg. And it'll go to the Hornets. Kennedy Modine checking in now for Henley. As Preston Shade comes to the bench. 4:40 to go in the first quarter. It's an 8-3 lead for Henley as Annie Campos charges into the lane, puts up a shot way too strong. Kept alive, but sent right to Modine, who pulls up and misses. Recovering it in the corner is Bennett, but she's trapped. And Hidden Valley has to call a timeout. 4:24 to go in the first quarter. Henley with an 8-3 lead in the Skyline Conference opener.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Four early points for Lily Fassell has Henley on top about midway through the first quarter. Hidden Valley ball. Aja LePan to inbound. Guarded tightly by Fassell. Throws it to Northcutt. It's intercepted. Fassell with a wide open three, too short. Out of bounds. It'll stay with the Mustangs. Hidden Valley has already given Henley several wide open looks at 3. Hornets haven't been able to cash in, though. 2 subs coming on for the Hornets. It's Senya Campos and Maya Mock replacing Lily Fassell and Jewel Northcutt. Inbound in front of the Henley bench. Received by Bennett. Gets it to LePan. Bennett. Guarded by Modine. Tipped, almost intercepted by Senya Campos, but it's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Hidden Valley. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Intercepted by Annie Campos. Campos, plenty of room the other way, gets it to roll in. Graham trying to inbound around Mock. Into LePan. Aja LePan. Guarded tightly by Modine, hands it to Lesher. Lesher drives in the lane, loses the ball. It's tipped up into the hands of Annie Campos. Wide open 3 for Senya Campos, and it misses. LePan the other way. Finds an open Bennett, who misses. Riley Junker gets the offensive rebound, though. Back to Bennett. Lesher. Intercepted by Senya Campos. Throws it ahead to Mock. Mock with a great dish to Harper, and one. Fantastic sequence there for the Hornets, and Anna Harper will shoot a free throw.
3 different players making important plays there. Senya with the steal, Mock with the pass, and Harper with the finish. That's good team basketball.
Anna Harper had 20 points and 15 rebounds 2 weeks ago against Lakeview. She still has 4 tonight after the free throw miss. Pass way too high for Riley Junker, and it's another Hidden Valley turnover. Harper checks out, as does Annie Campos. Preston Shade back in, and Bailey Ladner is in for the first time tonight. This is Modine. Cross court to Mock. Over to Senya Campos, who rifles one to Ladner, but misses the layup. And they call a foul on Mock as she got tangled up with Junker in transition. Evens the foul count at 2 each this quarter. It's Mock's first. Graham drives baseline, kicks to Junker, who throws it up, misses. Rebound Bennett, and she traveled before the shot. 2:17 left in the first quarter. Henley still with a 12-3 lead. This is Shade over to Mock. Wide open in the paint is Ladner, but misses the bunny.
Had an unfriendly rim in the first quarter here, Matt.
No doubt about it. Senya Campos to inbound. Gets it back, thought about a 3, instead drives baseline and misses short. LePan. Almost stolen by Modine, but she kicked it out of bounds. And it's another Hidden Valley turnover. Maybe give Modine half a steal there. I mean, she definitely forced that turnover. Senya Campos called for traveling. It'll go back to the Mustangs. Graham inbounds it to LePan. She's pressured in the backcourt by Modine. Able to get it across, loses it off her leg. Modine diving for it. She couldn't keep it in. It'll stay with Hidden Valley. Panda inbound. Senya Campos almost stole it, but it's recovered by Taylor Graham. Graham guarded by Shade. Gets it to Bennett. Guarded by Mock. Throws it to Graham. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Graham with Shade right in her face, throws it in the paint. It just happens to find LePan. But Hidden Valley, was that a charge?
The near official who made the call. Unsure what the signal was.
Pass intercepted by Junker, and Junker with an easy layup on the other end. Just the second bucket of the night for the Mustangs with 1:04 to go. On the other end, Modine could not answer with a three. Mock fighting for the rebound. They call a tie-up. Four subs on for Henley. It's Fussell, Northcutt, Annie Campos, and Harper all returning. Pass was thrown to midcourt. It just happened to come down to Taylor Graham, but they lose it. And Anna Harper charges the other way, puts up a floater. It won't go. She gets her own miss. And another tie-up. Riley Junker was able to get her hands in there to force that. Senya Campos checks in for Jewel Northcutt as Lily Fussell gets set to inbound. Mock. Wide open, Senya Campos misses the three. Stolen by Fussell, and the putback rattles in. .31 seconds left, nobody open. Pass thrown right to Harper. Harper misses off the glass. Rebound bounces off of, looks like Maddie Kelly. And it'll be Henley ball. The shot clock is off. 24.8 seconds to go. Hornets can hold it for the last shot of the quarter. Instead, a wide open Fussell misses a three. Annie Campos misses the putback. It's rebounded underneath by Senya Campos, who pulls a wide open three and can't connect. Finally, Annie Campos draws a foul on the putback. You kind of see why Hidden Valley is seemingly okay to let Henley take wide open threes. They just haven't been able to hit them.
There's a symptom that Henley was able to overcome in the Lakeview game, but again, decidedly in that first half, Henley missed a lot of open shots. They ended up coming through and finishing that game out, but they're caught by that bug again here early in Murphy.
Annie Campos comes up short on a free throw, but makes the second one. Bit of rust in a lot of facets so far for the Hornets, as the layup on the other end for Junker makes it 16-7. And ball goes out of bounds. It's a turnover for Henley. Hidden Valley ball with 1.2 seconds on the clock in the first quarter, and they're unable to get the shot clock. So we head to the break with Henley up 16-7. Hornets kind of shaking off the rust, but still in good position. We'll be right back. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldredge, bringing you Henley basketball on mybasin.com.
During COVID, I gained over 24 pounds. I lost motivation in working out. I lost motivation in eating healthy. And for me, if I'm not active, I just don't eat well. But then I started taking a class at Harbor's gym called High Low. The first week I felt like I didn't fit in and I couldn't do it, but the instructor was so kind and thanked me for coming and told me how well I did. I was like, no, I wasn't, but it made me come back the next week and the next week. And soon enough, I was keeping up with the class. I started introducing more classes and then going Saturdays. I learned how to lift weights accurately with repetition. I started lifting on my own. I started golfing too with my husband. And all of a sudden, I was buying salads instead of sandwiches. Small victories happened week by week, and it's 100% because of Harbor, their staff, their gym, the golf. My husband is getting out of the house and working out with me. His golf game is increasing, we're lifting together, and we feel good. Harbor, where I lost my reins and got my gains.
15-7 lead for Henley as we start the second quarter. The scoreboard gave the Hornets an extra point. It has since been rectified. Lily Vassell travels there. Long inbound tipped and intercepted. Lily Vassell over to Kennedy Modine. Vassell, top of the key, thought about a three. Took it in and traveled. So Bailey Sandquist is going to get set to inbound here. It's intercepted by Vassell again, but she could not keep it in. Well, we talked about Henley kind of shaking off a little bit of rust, Josh, but one area in which they are not showing any rust is defense. Oh, my goodness.
Got some rafters there.
Bailey Sandquist tried another long inbound, but threw it into the rafters.
That was a fly ball. Yeah, no doubt about it, by the way. They are shaking off the rust. Henley was left with a lot of open looks. I mean, wide open looks beyond the arc that they just could not hit in that first quarter. This lead, if they even hit a handful of those, is going to be, a totally different story. So Henley's still in good position.
What I was getting ready to say, though, was that one area where they haven't shown any rust is defense.
No doubt. They are getting in the passing lanes. They are tipping the ball, and their teammates are coming through.
Modine misses a three, and it's Junker the other way. Junker, I think that was blocked by Annie Campos. Here's Lily Vassell. Annie Campos, deep three off the front of the rim. Rebound and a foul. Maddie Kelly pulled it in there, and the foul is charged to Kennedy Modine.
Another area that Henley's done a good job is on the glass. I mean, they are missing shots, but they're collecting those second, third, sometimes fourth chance opportunities, hoping to convert some of those as this game goes along.
LaPanda inbound, trying to fight around Modine, or Vassell, excuse me, and that's a 5-second violation. We've seen Henley do that plenty of times this season.
Vassell's a hard girl to get around. She's got long arms and she's tall. Tough to see around for the Mustangs.
Now Anna Harper inbounding. Annie Campos, nice move, misses. Anna Harper there with the putback.
Second chance buckets become a story for Henley.
10-point lead for the Hornets. Inside 7 minutes to go in the first half. Junker in transition. Throws it over to Bennett. Bennett pulls up, misses off the glass, rebounded by Harper. Annie Campos throws it ahead to Preston Shade. Gets it back at the top of the key. Drives. Feeds it to Shade underneath. Can't get a clean shot up, but it's recovered by Jewel Northcutt. Vassell throws it to Harper. Back out to Vassell. Vassell pulls a three. Can't connect. Bounces off the shot clock, so it's out of bounds. Hidden Valley ball. LaPanda inbound. Able to get it into Junker. Junker traveled. Substitution for Hidden Valley. It looks like Riley Junker comes to the bench and is replaced by Taylor Graham. Shade. Vassell. Harper in the paint. Kicks out to Annie Campos. They go around the horn. Shade puts up a floater from mid-range. Won't go, but Lily Vassell cashes in on the putback. Almost a turnover. It is a turnover on the inbound. Preston Shade sprinting out to take it away. Now she's got it in the short corner. Harper, free throw line, pull up, misses. Rebound is tipped, and Fussell comes away with it. Harper has it knocked out of her hands, but forces a tie-up. Possession arrow favors the Hornets. So Fussell will inbound. She throws it to Northcutt and one. Jewel Northcutt had a lane, took advantage of it, and drew a foul.
Took the contact real nicely to finish as well. That was a great play by Jewel down low.
Fussell checks out for Senya Campos. Maya Mock getting ready to check in after the free throw. Northcutt misses the free throw. Harper can't corral the rebound. On the floor, Senya Campos gets it to Annie. Oh, man. Oh, man. If she had made that shot, that would have been Sports Center top 10. Ankle breaker, but couldn't put the cherry on top. Wide open three for Anna Harper. That one misses. Rebound Mock. Mock in traffic, has it partially blocked, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hornets. 5:15 to go in the second quarter. It's a 21-7 lead for Henley. As Annie Campos misses from point-blank range, but Anna Harper is there for the putback. Again, Hidden Valley struggling to inbound. They barely get it in. This is Taylor Graham in transition. Has her pocket picked by Preston Shade, and Annie Campos takes it back the other way. Rifles one over to Mock, now Shade. Mock gets it back. Over to Annie Campos. Senya Campos pulls up, can't connect from mid-range. Maya Mock tried the putback and drew a foul. Maya Mock, the Skyline Conference Girls Soccer Player of the Year this fall. Helped lead Henley to their first league title since 2014. And she makes the first free throw. Looks like Modine and Fussell are back in for Henley, as Annie Campos and Anna Harper come to the bench. Lane violation on the second free throw. It's against Henley, so it won't count. 4:43 to go in the second quarter. Hornets up 24-7. Inbound thrown to Senya Campos, who is fouled, and they'll call it a shooting foul. 24-7. We've had a few football scores this evening, Josh. I think it was 14-7, then it was 21-7.
These teams playing physical, too. Kind of feels like a football game out there at sometimes, scrambling for the loose ball, like chasing after a fumble. These Henley guards feel like they're playing defensive back on the inbound pass. They're taking these balls away on the inbound.
Senya Campos goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line, as the down court pass is just barely corralled by LaPan. Deep three for Jasmine Kelly is good. So Hidden Valley reaches double digits. 4:20 to go in the half. Still a 15-point lead for Henley. And it looks like Preston Shade will shoot free throws. That, I think, is the fourth foul. It is the fourth foul of the quarter on Hidden Valley. And it's the second of the game on Bailey Sandquist. We talked about Maya Mock. Preston Shade was another key component of that Henley girls soccer team. She won first team all-league honors. Just a freshman. Her high school career is really off to a great start.
Started on the bench for this team and found her way into the starting lineup. Only took her about 3 games to get there.
pull-up is no good for LePan. Taylor Graham gets the offensive rebound. Almost stolen. LePan drives and is fouled. So these will be the first free throws of the game for Hidden Valley.
Their first free throws. Meantime, on the other side, Henley's earned their free throws, struggling a little bit at the line. Right now, 4 of 10 for the night after that last trip by Shade.
LePan misses the first free throw. Banks in the second, but it's waved off. A lane violation on Hidden Valley. So now both teams have had free throws wiped out due to lane violations. Mock. Pass is tipped, but recovered by Senya Campos. She gets it back in the paint, loses it, picks it up, in trouble, and travels. Well, Mock was just in a really tight spot there. LePan inbounds to Jasmine Kelly. Kelly trying to go coast to coast. Kicks it to Graham. Yunker pulls up, can't connect. Rebounded by Maddie Kelly. Kicks it out to Jasmine, and Jasmine misses a three. Tie up on the rebound. Possession arrow points to Hidden Valley as Jewel Northcutt, Annie Campos, and Anna Harper check in for Maya Mock, Senya Campos, and Preston Shade. Jasmine Kelly inbounding for Hidden Valley. 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Henley up 26-10. Jasmine Kelly thought about a three. Instead, dribbles around the perimeter. Pass intercepted by Northcutt, and Jewel Northcutt has an easy layup on the other end. 18-point lead for the Hornets. Kelly's pass intercepted by Annie Campos along the baseline. Fussell takes it and scores. Make that a 20-point lead for Henley as another near turnover on the inbound. And Randy Denson calls his first timeout. 2:51 to go in the first half. It is a 30-10 lead. Matt Bowling alongside Josh Eldredge. This is Henley Ball on mybasin.com.
Introducing States Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Inside 3 minutes to go here in the first half, and a very comfortable lead for Henley. Hornets up by 20. First game back after a 2-week layoff in which 2 of their games were canceled due to weather. Anna Harper. Jewel Northcutt. Too strong on the baseline floater. On the other way, pass is tipped out of bounds. It's Mustangs' ball. Pass over to Jasmine Kelly. Had to reach behind her for it. Now she's pressured by Lily Fussell. And out of bounds. I'll say it was touched by Henley, so still Hidden Valley ball. Another turnover in the front court. Jewel Northcutt comes up with it and gives it to Annie Campos. Modine. Vassell. Annie Campos to Anna Harper. Misses the turnaround. And they called a foul on Harper. That's her second. Henley's third of the quarter. This is Jasmine Kelly. Graham. LePan. Yunker. Long two. Rattles in. Campos on the other end. Pulls a three and misses. Out of bounds. It'll go to Hidden Valley. Jasmine Kelly. Graham finds a lane but loses the ball. Last touched by Henley though. 1:18 to go in the first half. Hidden Valley trying to generate some kind of momentum. Kelly pulls a three and connects. Well, that might do it. Back-to-back buckets. Campos splits the defense but misses. Taylor Graham the other way. Almost misses on the pass, but they're able to get it out to LePan. Now Jasmine Kelly, 50 seconds to go. Graham. LePan. Jasmine Kelly pulls up, bang! An 8-0 run for Hidden Valley has this down to a 12-point Henley lead. Vassell can't break it on the other end. Graham. Blocked from behind, but the putback is good. It's a 10-point game. Willow Brazil, the freshman, getting into the scorebook and making it a 10-0 run for the Mustangs. 4 seconds to go. Henley has to get a shot up. Annie Campos pulls up and misses. Well, how's that for a momentum shift? A 10-0 run by Hidden Valley to close the half. Cuts Henley's lead to 30-20. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldredge. We'll have halftime scoring for you when we come back. You're watching Henley Basketball on myson.com.
Sports was kind of defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Well, Henley seemed to be coasting with just a few minutes to go in the first half. Hornets were up 30-10. But all of a sudden, Hidden Valley just came to life, went on a 10-0 run to make this a ball game again.
No doubt about it. I mean, Hidden Valley kind of came storming back after a couple of Jasmine Kelly threes. She's leading the Mustangs in scoring right now. 9 points for the senior Jasmine Kelly, 6 for Riley Yunker, and 2 from Willow Brazil. She's the freshman, and that's your scorers for Hidden Valley. Meantime, for Henley, 10 points from Lily Fassell. You had 6 from Anna Harper, 5 from Annie Campos, 4 from Jewel Northcutt, 3 from Preston Shade, and Senya Campos, Maya Mock, each one made free throw. That's how you get to 30 for Henley. And I mean, it's been so interesting. It's kind of felt like we played 2 games throughout this game. It's, Henley got out to this big lead. Hidden Valley has come storming back. It's been an interesting one so far.
Yeah, we expected this to be somewhat of a lopsided contest, looking at these teams on paper. And it absolutely was that for about the first 18-ish minutes. But then all of a sudden, Hidden Valley, Henley struggled from 3 all game. And they were not able to hit this. They still were not able to hit when they kind of needed to kind of break up that Hidden Valley run. And so the Mustangs able to get the rebounds and get good looks in transition. And, maybe good that the halftime break came when it did for Henley, who's already back out on the bench.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing there is to talk about would have been said in any 30-second timeout. And I think that's why you didn't see Coach Denson take a timeout in that situation, because he knew the halftime break was coming out. Hidden Valley played their best basketball in the last 2 minutes of that half. It had to have been frustrating for them to look up and see Henley missing all these shots and then still be down by 20 at one point because they are just getting out-rebounded. And to finish a defensive possession, you got to rebound. The Mustangs did so in the final 2 minutes. If they can keep it up, they've got a shot to get really back into this game because Henley, frankly, is missing a lot of open buckets, and that's got to change for the Hornets, too, if they want to close this out.
This is very interesting, though. I can't say I've seen that before. I mean, I'm not sure. Did they even go to the locker room? I looked up and they were right back out.
There's a hallway right outside that door behind the bleachers, and the locker room's kind of a walk from there. So, I mean, they're back out here quickly. I don't even know if they made it there. Again, just quickly out there. They're taking their time. They're resting. Not much to say. Just close this one out and try to collect your first conference win.
Yeah, I think, when you – again, that game. The game was all Henley for the first 18 minutes. They were playing about as well as they could, but just a little 2 minute spurt by Hidden Valley, who's still in the locker room.
And credit to them, by the way. I mean, they were hanging their heads. They were turning the ball over a lot. They were getting out-rebounded, beaten up and down the floor, just about every foot race. But they came back, and that little 10-0 run puts them in business. Credit to them for keeping their heads down and going to work. It was a good, late second half by the Mustangs.
If you're looking at your screen and wondering are they really? Yes, they are shooting a T-shirt cannon here at halftime.
Some hats out here.
I don't think I've ever seen that at a high school game, Josh.
There's a lot of things that go on here at Hidden Valley that you wouldn't otherwise see at a high school game. It's an interesting place. I went to high school here. I know it well. It's a great facility, kind of toned lights, red lights, blue light court here at the Evergreen Federal Bank Sports Complex. A beautiful white floor. There's not another place like Henley, I think. Henley gets the student section involved, but Hidden Valley is a special place as well.
All right, we'll take another break. Should be right about time for the second half when we come back. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldredge. It's a 30-20 lead for Henley at halftime here on mybasin.com.
Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Fall Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Fall Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Fall Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Hidden Valley just now coming back from the locker room with just under a minute to go until the start of the second half. Mustangs managed to cut it to 30-20 after a 10-0 run to close the half.
You know, I don't have this number in front of me necessarily, but the shooting percentage of these teams has to be somewhat equal. Henley's had a lot more opportunities at the bucket, a lot of steals, and again, second, third, fourth chance points have been their bread and butter tonight. But I really think if Hidden Valley can take care of the basketball, that's going to be what pressures Henley. They've got to be continuing to create those turnovers here in the second half.
Hornets have it to start the half. They throw it into Anna Harper, who kicks it out to Jewel Northcutt, who misses the long two. But Preston Shade fights her way in for the putback. Turnover, and there it is. 4 quick points for Henley.
Continuing with that press that they went away from at the end of that first half, pressuring the Mustangs all the way up the floor.
LePan in the paint, kicks it out to Bennett. Graham. Yunker. Corner three, good for Kaylee Bennett.
That's her second made three, 6 points for her.
Annie Campos the other way gets the friendly roll. Henley shooting on what perhaps may be the friendlier rim this half. And another 5-second violation on the inbound. Second one of the night, forced by the Hornets. Fussell wide open three, misses, rebounded by Shade. Over to Fussell. Northcutt dribbles and gets fouled. So third foul on Taylor Graham. First of the quarter. Harper. Fussell. Top of the key three for Annie Campos. Misses. Harper can't corral the rebound. It's tapped over to Shade. Shade gets it back. Fussell traveled. 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Henley up 36-23. Inbound, intercepted by Harper. Northcutt, Annie Campos drives, pulls up, rolls in and out. She takes it away on the baseline, but can't get the turnaround to fall. Put back no good either, but Preston Shade is there with the rebound and now misses a three. And I think they just called a foul on, is that Northcutt?
Is that Harper's third?
Harper.
Yeah, Harper's third foul. Great job by Henley there, boxing out again, creating those second looks, and then an underrated part of that play was Annie Campos continuing to box out and create a screen for an open three-point shot.
Long inbound turns into a tie-up at half court. Junker, and that's going to be the fourth foul on Anna Harper. Second of the quarter on Henley, 6:02 to go, and Harper will check out for Maya Mock. Kelly. Junker. And that one's going against Hidden Valley. Evens the foul count at 2 apiece. And it's the fourth foul on Taylor Graham. Kennedy Modine brings it up. Skips it to Jewel Northcutt. Turnaround misses. Long rebound corralled by Annie Campos. Campos with a lane, pulls up and connects. Back out to a 15-point lead for Henley. Long pass taken away by Preston Shade as Riley Junker had her head turned the wrong way. Wide open on the block on the other end is Kennedy Modine. And that's a quick run for Henley to get it to a 17-point lead with 5:21 to go in the third quarter. And Hidden Valley is going to take a timeout. We'll keep it here. Andrew Clem in his second season as the Mustangs head coach. He spent the previous 4 as an assistant.
Mustangs program in a little bit of a rebuild. Those who followed Skyline Conference basketball for some time know that for quite a while, Hidden Valley, along there with Mazama, were kind of the powerhouses of this conference. Now, both of those programs in a little bit of a rebuild. Henley's kind of come up to fill that void. But again, don't count out these Mustangs. I think the Hornets learned that a little bit at the end of that first half. They've come out here with some vengeance. They look good, but it's kind of an interesting time here for those Mustangs across the court.
Yeah, last year they finished 6-17. That was their first losing season since 2015-16. In the 6 seasons between, they went 102-37. 5 of those seasons were under Joel Jesse, who had a tremendous run here at Hidden Valley, including going 40-0 in Skyline Conference play in his last 4 seasons. Senya Campos gets it to Kennedy Modine. Shade in the paint. And she's fouled. She'll go to the line.
One of the tougher places to play in the whole conference. I mean, you talked about it, 40-0 in conference play. Half of those wins were right here on this home floor. And continuing in non-league play as well. I want to say at one point the Mustangs had won almost 30 games consecutively at home. And so this definitely one of the tougher places to play.
Hey, look at Joel Jesse. He took the Mustangs to 2 state quarterfinals, including in 2020, which was never played due to the outbreak of the COVID pandemic. Hidden Valley went 13-0 and won the 4A Showcase Championship during the 2020-21 season. And that was played in the summer. Not sponsored by the OSAA and does not appear in the record books, but Hidden Valley does have a state championship banner for it here in their gym. They answer Shade's bucket on the other end. They trail by 17 still. Again, Shade with a nice little kiss off the glass. Back-to-back nice buckets for the freshman. Inbound tipped out. It'll stay with Hidden Valley. Annie Campos checking back in for the Hornets. Still Hidden Valley ball. But again, Henley being aggressive on the inbounds. Collision near midcourt as Mock tipped the inbound out of bounds. No foul called. And another inbound for Hidden Valley. This is Junker. Junker almost coughed it up. Gets it over to Bennett. And foul called. It's against Maya Mock. That's her third. And it evens the foul count at 3 each this quarter. Lily Fussell getting Wilczek back in for the Hornets in place of Mock. Taylor Graham and Bailey Sandquist now in for Hidden Valley as Jasmine Kelly and Willow Brazil will come to the bench. Graham has 4 fouls, and I believe Sandquist has 3. Intercepted with nobody around her on the inbound by Modine. There's been a couple times tonight when it seems like Hidden Valley has just thrown the inbounds right to Henley. There's Modine with an easy layup. And it's a 21-point lead for Henley. Almost thrown away again. Would have been an easy pickoff for Preston Shade if she had had her head turned. Near midcourt is Bennett. 3:45 to go in the third quarter. Underneath. Wow, nice finish by Riley Junker. Just kind of threw up a prayer. I'm not sure she was even really completely looking at the basket, but it dropped. LaPan sends it off the leg of Modine. So Hidden Valley will get another inbound. They get it to Sandquist. Sandquist tried to chuck one down the court, but it was tipped by Campos. Right back to Sandquist. Now she coughs it up to Preston Shade. Shade zips it to Senya Campos. Goes in tough along the baseline, but can't finish.
Sandquist really rears back and lets those fly. She's the catcher for the softball team for Hidden Valley, and so she's got that strong arm.
Yeah, she broke the single-season home run record last season with 6. Hit .532 with 42 RBI. Helped Hidden Valley set a program record with 19 wins.
Almost broke the Hornets' hearts last year on their way to a state championship.
Annie Campos. Free throw line. Pull-up rattles in for Shade. Turnover on the inbounds. Fussell cashes in swiftly. 23-point lead for Henley, and Randy Denson calls timeout. 2:42 to go in the third. Hornets are cruising.
Introduce Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Well, after Hidden Valley went on a 10-0 run in the last few minutes of the second half. They've been held to 7 points through the first 7 minutes. Or, no, bad math. Through the first roughly 5.5 minutes of the third quarter. Meanwhile, Henley has scored 20.
It's been the continued pressure for the defense for Henley. It's kept him in front of this one.
Fussell misses. Rebound by Shade, who can't connect either. Tipped out and out of bounds. Mustangs ball.
Keep in mind, Henley's built up this 20-7 run without Anna Harper on the floor for the majority of it. She's got 4 fouls, and so Henley has done this without one of their starting players.
LePan's pass into the paint, intercepted by Annie Campos. She splits the defense, but can't finish on the other end. And Jewel Northcutt is called for the foul on the rebound. 4th of the quarter on Henley, 1st of the game on Northcutt. Graham, guarded by Mock. LePan is fouled. And it's the 5th of the quarter on Henley, so she will shoot free throws. Well, she should be shooting free throws. They're lining up to inbound it. And now they're going to make the correction. This is a new rule in Oregon this year. 5 fouls in a quarter gets you to the bonus. So we've seen it happen several times where the officials haven't realized that it's foul number 5.
And no longer a 1-and-1 at that. It's a full bonus right away, so 2 free throws.
Asia LePan, an outstanding track athlete here at Hidden Valley. She won the state championship in the triple jump last spring. Jumped 11.22 meters. She was also part of the 4x100 team that finished 10th and the 4x400 team that finished 2nd at the state championship last spring. She followed that up with a trip to Australia, competing with Coast to Coast International Athletics. Riley Junker was also there with her on both 4x teams and the Australia trip. So 2 great all-around athletes on the floor for Hidden Valley tonight, but Henley has managed them fairly well.
Put bodies on bodies in this game. Don't have much time to run a 4x100 when you got Annie Campos and Lily Fussell dressed all over you.
So the foul was on Annie Campos. That is her first. And guess what? It's another lane violation.
Who would have thought?
I think that's the 4th one that's been called tonight.
I think that's the 3rd for Hidden Valley.
52-28, Henley leads, 1:05 to go in the third quarter. Open 3 for Modine, and she misses. The Hidden Valley Athletic Director almost got run over there, sitting courtside.
Best seats in the house.
Though not without hazards. Taylor Graham throws it into LePan. And I think she almost had to pull off a double jump there to get that one to fall. On the other end, Fussell with a clean swish on the three.
It's the first made triple of the night for Henley.
Gets it to a 25-point lead for the Hornets as Preston Shade loses it going up. 10 seconds left. And now Shade is called for a foul.
Yikes, Coach Denson is out on the floor. He's begging. I think Shade got fouled on the shot, and now she's called for a defensive foul in transition. Denson absolutely has a gripe with that one.
Jasmine Kelly misses the first free throw.
What was it that Rasheed Wallace said, Matt? I don't recall.
Ball don't lie. Well, she made the second one, so
it's a fib.
You may have hit the announcer's jinx.
It's a fib.
You may have hit the announcer's jinx there, Josh. A little premature on the ball don't lie. As Henley's last shot misses, so the Hornets go into the fourth quarter with a 55-31 lead here in their Skyline Conference opener. Matt Bowling alongside Josh Eldredge. This is Henley basketball on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
We were talking about some of the features of this Hidden Valley gym. I think you mentioned the lights, Josh. When they put them on a certain way, it doesn't show up great on the camera. But when they put them on a certain way, it kind of reminds you of the Battle for Atlantis. I mean, if you ever watch that on TV, where they have that sort of ballroom lighting because they play it in a hotel ballroom. Annie Campos hits the first shot of the fourth quarter to put Henley up by 26. On the other end, a nice runner by Junker. Northcutt puts up a wedgie.
Someone get the broomstick. Oh, the official with hops. Love that.
All right.
Oh, boy.
I want to see if he can throw one down in between games.
Let's give him a shot there, and between games.
Hey, they had a T-shirt cannon earlier. Why not have a dunk contest?
With just the officials. I just want to see them dunk.
Kelly over to Junker. Junker fouled. Well, we mentioned some of Riley Junker's track accolades. And she was also first team all Skyline Conference for the Hidden Valley girls soccer team. So, a few soccer players on both of these teams squaring off once again. Junker, for her part, helped lead the Mustangs to the state semifinals. And she's going to be continuing her career next season at Rogue Community College. She goes 0 for 2 from the free throw line. And Annie Campos brings it back up court. Harper. She's triple teamed, but Henley's able to keep possession as it's knocked out of bounds.
Harper's got to play carefully. Again, she does have 4 fouls so far in this game. 1 more and her night's concluded.
Modine misses the 3. Rebounded by Annie Campos. Harper again in the paint. Turnaround won't fall. Jasmine Kelly passed too high for Riley Junker, and it's back to Henley. Well, we invite you to stay tuned at the conclusion of this one for the Henley boys game. This is also the first game for the Henley boys in about 2 weeks. As Modine hits a deep 3. She almost pulled that one from Caitlin Clark range. Trying to answer on the other end, but off target was Jasmine Kelly, and a tie-up on the rebound. 6 minutes to go, Henley up 27. And you might be able to see the boys team there in the top of the screen, heading to their locker room, getting ready.
Should be a great game for them. Again, if you want to watch that one, you don't got to do anything. Just stay put right on this link on mybasin.com. We'll be live right for the tip-off of that one.
Or if for some reason you might find yourself needing to drive at that time, you can tune in on 104.3 and 960 Sports. We'll have it on the radio.
Hornets get their leading scorer back tonight on the boys' side. Should be an exciting start to Skyline Conference play.
4th foul on Jewel Northcutt, 2nd of the quarter on Henley. Graham. Stolen by Annie Campos. Henley has numbers. Campos will keep it. She misses, and the rebound by Bailey Ladner. And she's fouled on the putback attempt.
This will be the first free throws of this half for Henley. If there's any place that they'd like to improve, the free throw line is one of them. Only shooting 4 of 10 so far today. And that spells the end of the night for Taylor Graham, who exits after her 5th foul. Scoreless on the night after a couple of missed free throws earlier this half.
Also brings Preston Shade and Maya Mock back in for Henley as Ladner hits her first free throw. Second one is good. So it's 62-33 Henley, 5:25 to go in this ball game. Junker. Nevaeh Morse pulls up and misses. It's the first time we've seen her tonight as Hidden Valley looks like they're starting to empty the bench. Senya Campos is fouled and has a chance to put Henley's lead at 30. Misses the first. Hits the second. So it is a 30-point lead for Henley with 5:06 to go. LaPan, guarded by Modine. Over to Junker. Junker loses it in the paint, taken away by Modine. And here comes Henley. Modine over to Senya Campos. Backs her way into the paint, but misses the shot. Kelly pulls up, can't connect. Rebound Shade. Up ahead to Ladner, who gets it to roll in. Lily Fussell and Meredith Brown getting ready to check in for the Hornets. As Morse almost had it stolen, so he's able to go down and force a tie-up.
Looks like the clock is continuing to run after the stoppage in play, so 3:50 and counting in the fourth quarter.
That's right, 30 is the running clock margin here in Oregon. I think we've seen Henley put the running clock on somebody once.
Wairika?
Once, yes. That was in the Wairika Invitational Championship game against the host Miners. I don't have the score in front of me, but they won it by about 50. It's definitely a good aspect of the game. Brown, wide open, misses the three. Junker trying to drive on Fussell, throws it right to Maya Mock in the paint. I think she was looking for Kaylee Bennett at the top of the key. Mock fouled as she tried to go coast to coast. Now let's talk a little bit about what we can expect here in the Henley boys game, Josh. I mean, both teams coming in with similar records. You mentioned Henley is getting Marcus McCready back after he was out for the past 4 games.
Should be an interesting matchup. Henley's played a really tough schedule in the preseason. I mean, they came in ranked in the top 10. They've fallen out of the top 10 in the coaches poll because they've played such a difficult schedule. But I really think that's going to have prepared them for a Skyline Conference schedule that, you know, frankly, they've played a lot of strong teams that are better than some of the teams they'll play over the next 10. So they're in good shape. Hidden Valley hasn't played a cupcake schedule either. They've played the defending state champion Junction City twice already. They've lost twice, but, you know, both of these teams are battle-tested. They also play a really different play style, and so it'll be an interesting matchup, no doubt.
Yeah, Henley 7-5, but they were 6-2 before Marcus McCready got hurt.
Right. And he's scoring up near 24 points per game. You lose that production and you're playing 5A schools. It's tough to win. And, you know, credit to Henley, they hung tough in a lot of those games. Just couldn't close them out. Hopefully getting off on the right foot. Now back healthy for the most part. They are losing their backup big TJ Chavez for the season, but, you know, talk a little bit more about that in the pregame. So mostly healthy for the Hornets. They look to get off on the right foot in just a little while.
That'll be the second leg of tonight's Skyline Conference opening doubleheader here at Hidden Valley as Meredith Brown comes up short on another 3. If you're watching on our YouTube stream, just stay right here. If you have to be in the car, you can turn on the radio. 104.3 and 960 Sports will be carrying the game as well. All right, thanks to the running clock, we are now at 40 seconds to go. It's a 33-point lead for Henley. They're doubling up Hidden Valley. And a miscue on the inbound. Gives it to Bailey Ladner. Senya Campos fouled going up.
About got clotheslined by Sandquist.
Well, so the clock does stop for free throws, it looks like. Senya Campos makes the first. Second goes in and out. Kelly. Taken away by Fussell. 12 seconds to go. Henley can just dribble it out here. Brown. Senya Campos. And that will do it. Henley 65, Hidden Valley 33. Your final. Hornets hold the Mustangs to 13 points in the second half. We will have full scoring for you after this break. Don't go away just yet. I'm Matt here alongside Eldredge. You're watching Henley basketball on 104.3 and 9 Sports.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Well, Hidden Valley made it somewhat interesting with a 10-0 run to close the second half. That made it a 30-20 game at halftime. However, Henley came out in the second half and outscored them 37-13.
It was a mistake-riddled final 2 minutes of the first half for Henley. They did not make the same mistake in that second half. They played great basketball throughout the entire second half, and they find themselves not only unbeaten on the season, but they start with an unblemished conference record too, which maybe means even more to these Hornets. Leading scorers tonight for Henley. How about 17 points tonight from Lily Fussell? Great showing from her. 11 from Annie Campos. You had 10 from Kennedy Modine, 6 from Anna Harper, 4 from Bailey Ladner and Jewel Northcutt, 3 from Senya Campos, and 1 from Preston Shade. And I don't recall if I mentioned Annie Campos also scored 11 tonight, if I didn't mention that. For Hidden Valley, 12 points for Jasmine Kelly, most of those on made triples. 10 points for Riley Yunker tonight, 3 for Asia Lapan, and 2 for Willow Brazil. And those are your leading scorers for tonight's contest.
Yeah, great, really great job by Henley to buckle down in the second half after giving up that run to close the first. You know, Henley coming off a 2-week layout, there was bound to be a little bit of rust to shake off. I think, you know, with those games canceled due to the weather and school also being canceled for a few days due to the weather, they didn't get a chance to practice. Right. So that's, you know, several days at a time with no basketball at all. there's going to be a little bit of rust that sets in.
Well, not only do you have a game today where you shake off the rust for that, you get a day off tomorrow, and then you got to turn around and play Mazama on Thursday. Luckily, that's back at home, but the Hornets, it was a good opportunity for them to come out and beat this Hidden Valley team and hopefully, shape up for another edition of the Southside Series on Thursday.
All right, we've got about 12 minutes until the start of the boys' game. If you're watching here on our YouTube stream on mybasin.com, again, you don't have to go anywhere. We're going to take a break, but we will be right back to bring you some pregame analysis of this upcoming boys' game. And if you are driving, then just turn on 104.3 and 960 Sports to hear the game. All right, Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldredge. Henley 63, Henley 67, Henley Hidden Valley 33, your final score from the girls' game. Boys up next here on mybasin.com and 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, the retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
And a very pleasant good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to another edition of Henley Hornets basketball tonight on 104.3 and 960 Sports, also with HD video on mybasin.com. The Hornets on the road tonight at Hidden Valley High School to open up Skyline Conference play. Pleasure to be with you. My name is Josh Eldredge. Along with me is Matt Bowling tonight, coming to you live from the Evergreen Federal Bank Sports Complex on the campus of Hidden Valley High School in Murphy, Oregon, just south of the Climate City in Grants Pass, as the Hornets are ready for a showdown with a conference foe in the Hidden Valley Mustangs. We're going to take a quick break here on the pregame show. When we come back, we'll take a look at the early season Skyline Conference standings, or rather the non-league Skyline Conference standings. Of course, we'll have starting lineups and tip-off next as we continue your coverage of Hornets basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports with HD video on Basin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
960 Sports, HD video on mybasin.com tonight as we prepare for the Skyline Conference season opener. The Henley Hornets on the road to face the Hidden Valley Mustangs. And we'll take just a very brief peek at how the non-league standings shake out. As a matter of fact, it's Phoenix atop the Skyline Conference. They are ranked 8th in the state. They're 10-3. Henley's right behind them with a 7-5 overall record. Hidden Valley is ranked 3rd in the Skyline Conference after preseason play. They're 7-6. Klamath Union 5-8, and then the Mazama Vikings are 2-11. But of course, the real season begins tonight. So your overall record does not quite matter nearly as much as your league record. The Hornets look to start out with a 1-0 road trip, and it looks like we're going to get ready for the anthem here at Hidden Valley High School. So we'll step aside one more time, and when we come back, it'll be time for starting lineups as Henley Hornets basketball continues next on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Video on mybasin.com.
All I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face. I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Fall Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Fall Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Fall Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Your coverage of Hornets basketball tonight. It is the Skyline Conference season opener. Let's meet the starting five for the Henley Hornets. It's number 10, a senior, 5'10", Aiden Hayes. Number 12, a 6'3" senior, Owen Harper. Number 22, a 5'11" senior, Chris Janney. Number 24, a 6'3" senior, Luke Bennett. And returning to the starting lineup, number 44, a senior, 6'7", it's Marcus McCready. And now the starting five for the Hidden Valley Mustangs. Number 3, a junior, it's Braxton Briarty. Number 5, a junior, Joshua Iwamizu. Number 33, a sophomore, Mauricio Mendez. Number 4, a junior, Naren Stone. And rounding out the starting five for the Hidden Valley Mustangs, it's a senior, number 0, Ivan Isley. Hidden Valley Mustangs are coached by Jordan Kassler, and he's assisted by Kyler Kirkner, Connor Kassler, Nate Greenberg, and Cade Brands. And the Henley Hornets, by the way, coached by Mr. Luke Hammond and assisted by Thomas Loney and Brian Stock. So glad to be with you tonight. And again, the story so far, at least before the game has started, is that Marcus McCready is back. Leading scorer for the Mustangs before he went down with an injury, 24 points per game, returns to the starting lineup tonight. And he is going at it down low with Mauricio Mendez. The Hornets tonight in their road yellow uniforms with Henley written across the front in white cursive and blue trim. The Mustangs tonight in their home white uniforms with Hidden Valley written across their chest in orange with blue trim. The ball is tipped, and it will be the Hornets who control the opening tip-off as they move from left to right across your radio dial. It's Chris Janney, now to Luke Bennett. Luke Bennett driving the left lane, throws up a shot. It's bothered. Long rebound collected by Owen Harper on the right wing. Tries to throw a fastball to Chris Janney on the other side of the floor, but a turnover as it goes out of bounds, and the Mustangs take possession. Differing play styles for these teams tonight, something to keep track of. Hidden Valley likes to move the ball around the perimeter, and we know that Henley likes to feed Marcus. Pass goes inside, intended for Naren Stone, but he kicks it out of bounds, although I believe this is going to stay in possession of the Mustangs tonight. And it does. It'll be Isley to inbound, trying to get in front of Aiden Hayes. He'll do it at the baseline. Inbound is collected by Stone on the right side. Now top of the key to Iwamizu. Iwamizu backs up. Trying to call for a screen against Harper. Now dishes it far side to Isley. Dishing it down low to Mendez, cutting to the cup. Dish outside to Stone. His triple offline. And a whistle. It might have been a shot clock issue. I'm not totally certain. But the official's whistling the play dead. And it will be Hornets basketball as we resume the action. 7.5 to go in the first. Still scoreless. All right, here comes Aiden Hayes. Hayes bounces it to McCready at the free throw line, hands it back off to Hayes coming to the near side. Hayes switches to his left hand. Beyond the perimeter, terminates the dribble now to Harper. Harper zips it down to McCready, quick off the glass, and Marcus McCready with his first 2 points, returning from injury, gives his team a quick 2-0 lead.
Welcome back, Marcus McCready wins the tip-off and scores the opening bucket for Henley.
Iwamizu fouled on the other side of the floor for the Mustangs. He's fouled on the shot, and he will head to the line for a pair. And while the Hornets get their leading scorer back tonight in Marcus McCready, it was the Mustangs who lost their leading scorer back in December. No Aiden Grice tonight, who was averaging 19 points per game for the Mustangs. He tore his ACL back in December, so Hidden Valley will have to go through the brunt of their schedule without one of their best players. 2-for-2 trip for Iwamizu knocks this game up at 2 with 7 minutes to go in the first. Here's Bennett operating on the far side, dishing it down low to Hayes on one hop, step to the rim, finishes with the right hand. First points for Hayes tonight. Hidden Valley having issues getting the ball up the floor. Scramble for it at half court is won by the Mustangs. Quick shot by Isley for 3 off the front of the rim, no good, and Hayes collects the glass. Here come the Hornets. Zips it near side to Harper, dumps it down low to McCready. A great look for Marcus, and he's 2 for 2 to start this game. 6-2 is the score. 6.5 to go in the first. The Hornets lead. Henley breaking out the full court press, bothering Briarty in the backcourt, but finally getting it ahead to Mendez. Mendez now to Iwamizu, trying to drive inside, loses a handle, out of bounds it goes, but possession stays with Hidden Valley. Isley to inbound on the baseline underneath the cup. Lofting it high to Iwamizu, now getting it to Mendez. Mendez at the free throw line, dishing it to Isley, top of the key. Isley head fakes, one step inside the perimeter, throws up a shot, too strong. Rebound Hidden Valley, outside to Iwamizu for 3, it's good. All 5 points for Hidden Valley credited to Iwamizu early. They trail by 1. 6 minutes to go in the first. Here's Bennett. Bennett, far side to Harper. Harper trying to knife up the defense. Loses the handle. Kicks it outside to Bennett. 4-3. Won't go. Rebound collected by Iwamizu. And now the Mustangs go the other way. Kicks it ahead to Stone. Stone for 3. That's good. Hidden Valley answering the call with a pair of triples. They now lead by 2. It's 8-6 with 5.5 to go in the first. All right, here's Hayes. Bouncing it near side to Janney. Janney trying to find McCready, but takes it himself. Back outside to Bennett. Bennett loses the defender at the free throw line. The jumper's good. Tie game at 8. 5:21 to go in the first. Hornets still pressing on defense. Ball finds its way to Iwamizu in the front court. Mid-range jumper, high arcing shot, no good. McCready with the rebound, now up ahead to Bennett. Bennett shoves it to Janney on the near side. Janney back to Bennett on the right wing, now to McCready between the circles. Far side to Hayes. Hayes bouncing it to Bennett at the baseline. Trying to back down to defender. Fadeaway jumper rejected by Stone. Loose ball picked up by Mendez. And a great defensive stand for the Mustangs. Here comes Isley. Isley dishing it far side to Briarty. Briarty lofting it high to Mendez. Now near side to Isley. Isley into a 3. Good. It rattles home. Hidden Valley shooting the shot well from beyond the arc. They lead by 3. 4.5 to go in the first. Hayes trying to cut up the defense. He gets fouled on the drive. I believe he's earned free throws, and he does. And with Aiden Hayes headed to the line for 2, a perfect time to remind you that the next time the Hornets play at home, it'll be Military Appreciation Night at Henley High School. All former and current military and their immediate family are invited to attend Thursday night's game against Mazama for free. Also, don't forget to pick up your coupon when you get there for free items at the concession stand. You can grab more details about Military Appreciation Night by visiting mybasin.com. Hayes' first free throw found its way home. Here's his second. That one also rattles home. 1 point game, 11-10 Hidden Valley, 4:26 to go in the first.
Tell you what, Josh, we saw the Henley girls really kind of look like a team that hadn't played in 2 weeks early in their game. That is not the case for the boys. They look ready to run. Both teams are on pace for 80 points right now.
3-point shot at and missed by Presley Noga. Now here comes Bryson Montag, checked into the game for the Hornets. Into the near corner for Lane Frank. All alone, too strong on the triple. Iwamizu collecting the air ball. Passes it ahead to Isley. Behind the back dribble. Isley dishing it into the far corner to Klingler. Klingler, nice interior pass to Stone, who gets fouled on the shot. These teams picking up the pace. It's been a bit of a budding rivalry in the Skyline Conference, mostly because I think these two head coaches make it mean something to these two teams. Great relationship between Luke Hammond and Jordan Kassler. Kassler's been the head coach here at Hidden Valley for about 3 seasons. Part of the 2006 championship team, Hidden Valley Mustangs, and returned to coach. He's done a nice job with this program as Stone hits his first free throw. Second free throw from Stone off the mark. Rebound goes out of bounds, last touched by Isley. And so the Hornets take it. It's 12-10, 3:42 to go in the first. Aiden Hayes walking it across the timeline for Henley. Knifing it between his legs, now trying to go to work against Klingler. Passes it over to Bennett. Bennett taking the McCready screen, going right, dishing it down low. McCready rolling to the cup. His shot is good. 6 points for Marcus, and this game's tied up at 12 with 3:18 to go in the first. Pass rifled into the front court to Noga, zipped back outside to Iwamizu for three. He leaves it short. McCready with the rebound, trying to get it to Frank, but it's intercepted by Isley. Isley dishing it down low to Stone. It's Bennett who jacks up the passing lane. It goes out of bounds, and it will be Mustangs basketball.
Real quick, I want to revisit that bucket from Marcus McCready. I mean, that's what he brings to this team. Just a guy who can power his way through multiple bodies to the cup.
Turnover created by the Mustang defense. It's Aiden Hayes who collects the loose ball. Now the Mustangs race up the floor. Here's Hayes. Brings it up to about half court, then dribbles back out. Against Isley. On the right side. Terminates the dribble, gets it to Frank near corner. Frank driving inside the perimeter, kicks it back outside to Hayes. Hayes at the right elbow, dishes it to Montag. Now to Bennett, top of the key. Bennett about 10 feet from the cup, back outside to Hayes. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Hayes stepping inside, dishes it to Montag on the left elbow. Montag feeling pressure from everywhere, gets it to Frank. Frank puts it on the deck, bounce pass down low to Montag. 2 seconds on the shot clock, loose ball, and it expires. Credit where credit's due. Great defense by the Mustangs to limit Henley's interior passing. And they create the turnover. A chance to take the lead with 2:22 to go in the first quarter. Here's Ivan Isley walking it up the floor. Henley's relented a little bit on defense, now dropped back into their normal zone look. Here's Klingler driving the baseline, goes up with the shot, and he gets fouled. He'll head to the line for two. We'll see if this goes to Hayes or McCready. And it looks like they're charging it to Hayes. That's the third team foul for Henley, and that's Aiden's first. Klingler to the line for two. Great time to remind you that having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle is just part of an essential safety checklist. That's why Les Schwab does more than install just tires and wheels. You can come on in for a free pre-trip safety check. They're going to make sure that everything's in working order at Les Schwab Tires. If you plan on traveling this Skyline Conference season, let me tell you, the roads are still icy. We experienced that one firsthand on the trip over. So take your vehicle on down to Les Schwab, make sure everything's in tip-top shape. 1 for 2 trip to the line for Klingler. They lead by 1. It's 13-12. Hidden Valley in front. Here's Hayes trying to go to work against Klingler. Dishes it over to Bennett on the left wing. Bennett trying to clear out a little bit, brings it back around top of the key, dishes it to Frank. Frank dribbling with his left, kicks it over to Hayes. Hayes spins to his right, now goes left, between the legs, trying to go to work against Klingler. Back outside to Frank, 8 on the shot clock. To Bennett, top of the key for 3. Back iron, no good. McCready with the rebound, his put is left a little bit off. Now here comes the Mustangs. Isley bringing it along the near side. Back out, step back. Now over to Noga. Noga dishes it on the far side to Klingler. Klingler now back top of the key to Isley. Now to Stone on the left wing. Stone, a contested 3, swishes. Stone with 7 points so far, and it's a 16-12 lead for Hidden Valley. 1:10 to go in the first. Here's Hayes, dishing it to Montag. He gets the ball knocked loose, creeps it up, dishes it to Frank. Fade away from Frank is too strong. Now here's Isley. Pass it in the far corner for Klingler for 3. It's good, and the Mustangs raining triples in the first quarter. 19-12, 50 seconds to go in the first. All right, some substitutions for both teams. Janney in and Harper back in for the for the Hornets. We've got Briarty back in for Hidden Valley. All right, bounce pass over to Klingler. Hornets again sitting in a zone look for their defense. Here's Briarty on the far side. Briarty guarded by Montag. A couple of steps beyond the perimeter. Here's Klingler dishing it the near side to Stone. 12 seconds on the shot clock, separated 5 seconds to the game clock. Outside, here's Noga. Now over to Briarty in the far corner. Now here's Klingler. Outside to Noga, fires at the shot clock. It's no good. Mendez battles for the board. Up against Marcus. It's rejected. Now here comes Harper, but that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. The Mustangs have jumped out to a 7-point lead, courtesy of some brilliant three-point shooting. We'll step aside when we come back. Second quarter action continues as we continue your coverage of Hornets basketball tonight on 104.3 and 960 Sports. HD video tonight on mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place and then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
We start the second quarter with Henley at a 7-point deficit, 19-12 as we start the second frame, and it's the Mustangs with the ball. Briarty with it now on the far side as they go from right to left. Dishing it down low to Iwamizu, cutting to the rim. About 3 feet away, throws one up too strong, collects his own rebound, that one also strong. Mendez saving it for Hidden Valley. Dishing it to Stone, his high-arcing floater is good. All right, here comes the Mustangs. It's Janney dishing it near side to Montag. His floater's left short. Collects his own rebound, but he has it stripped away by Iwamizu. Now Iwamizu trying to get behind the Henley defense. Going to work against Montag. Inside the arc, now back outside to Isley. And a whistle. I believe it's to let Montag tie his shoe. Gotta have the shoelaces tied. 7:18 to go in the second quarter. Hidden Valley has jumped all over the Mustangs early. All over the Hornets early. Here comes Isley after the inbound pass. Now over to Stone. Stone to Briarty, top of the key, now to Isley. Lofting it down to Stone. Beautiful pass and a nice finish for Stone down low. 23-12. Mustangs carving up Henley early. Here comes Bennett. See what the Hornets can do. Driving left. Trying to go to work against Stone. Bennett's shots bothered, contested, no good. Rebound goes out of bounds, and that will go the way of Hidden Valley. All right, it's Braxton Briarty, the junior of Hidden Valley High School, bringing it up the floor. Over to Mendez on the right side. Mendez standing about 6'6". He passes it to Isley at the free throw line, outside to Stone. Stone back to Isley. Now getting it to Mendez on the near side. Mendez trying to find the open player. Henley still in their zone defense. Finds its way to Isley on the far side. Isley fakes a step right, goes left, spins around, bullying the defense. Outside to Mendez for three. Hidden Valley can't miss in this first half. Mendez for three, 26-12, 6:17 to go in the second. Here's Bennett. Outside to Harper. Can they hit? No. It's going to be a rebound collected by the Mustangs. Here comes Isley. Now to Iwamizu, guarded by Harper. Here's Mendez. Over to Isley. Isley trying to get around Janney behind the back dribble. Step back, terminates the dribble. Contested look is good. Hidden Valley now leading 28-12. Montag lofting it to McCready. who loses the dribble, but he gets fouled on the floor. Hidden Valley has come out with some kind of fire and dead-eye accuracy here in this first half.
Yeah, the shots are just falling for them right now. I wouldn't even say Henley's been playing bad defense.
Not at all. Some good passing has led to a couple of decent looks, but Hidden Valley has also made a few really contested shots. Inbound pass to McCready. Finds its way to Janney on the near side. Now to McCready. Back down low, cutting off the glass. No good. Rebound collected by Stone. Stone shoves it ahead to Isley. Isley steps into a long triple. No good. Rebound collected by Marcus. Shoves it ahead to Harper. Harper to Janney. Behind the Hidden Valley defense. Open layup is good. And the Hornets finally end the skid, but Hammond calls time. We'll take it with him. 28-14, 5:22 to go in the second quarter. This is Henley Hornets basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports. HD video on MyBase.
Les Schwab tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Welcome back to Hidden Valley High School as the Hornets open up Skyline Conference play tonight, trailing by 14. It's 28-14 right now with 5:22 to go in the second quarter. And the Mustangs start with the basketball. The Hornets with a soft press for a defensive look here. Here's Noga getting it ahead to Iwamizu. Hornets trying to pressure. Now Stone. Stone with the left-hand dribble. Now to Iwamizu. Passes it to Noga. Noga now to Stone. Back to Noga. Mustangs defense, or pardon me, the offense slowing down a little bit. Here's Iwamizu trying to drive to the cup. Takes the contact and finishes close to the rim. All right, here come the Hornets. It's Hayes. Far side to Bennett. Bennett to Janney. Around the Hornet goes, finds Harper on the near side, trying to loft it to McCready, but the Mustangs break up the passing lane. That was Mendez getting a hand in the way. Last touched by the Mustangs as the ball rolls out of bounds. So it'll be Hornets ball. 4:40 to go in the second. It's 30-14, Hidden Valley in front. Quick inbound pass to McCready beyond the perimeter. Now it's over to Joe Janney. Now to Bennett for three. Rims out. No good. The rebound. Now to Iwamizu. He'll be the one to bring it up for Hidden Valley. Iwamizu dishing it to Klingler. Catch and shoot three. No. Iwamizu with the rebound up against Marcus, but he rejects it. McCready averaging just about 3 blocks per game. Just collected his second. This goes to Janney. Now to Bennett. Bennett lofting it to McCready. Back to the rim. His shot good, plus the foul.
That's what Henley's going to have to do to get back into this game. Just chip away. You've got a great size advantage in the paint with Marcus McCready. Use it.
So far, McCready with 8 points. Again, if you're just joining us, this is Marcus's first game back after a lengthy injury, but hoping to provide a little bit of a spark for Henley. So they need to find a way back into this game. It's 30-17 after the made free throw from Marcus. Here come the Mustangs. Mid-range jumper shot at and missed. Here's Bennett bringing it up the floor for Henley. Bennett behind the back, knifing it between his legs. Now over to Hayes. Hayes now to Bennett. Bennett trying to drive baseline. Fakes the shot. Now outside to Joe Janney, but a travel. Bennett created a beautiful look, but just took too many steps getting there, and a turnover for Henley. All right, here's Isley bringing it up. He's got 5 points for Hidden Valley. Now to Iwamizu, top of the key. Over to Stone. Back outside to Isley. Near corner three for Hidden Valley. Noga can't get it, and it's Joe Janney with the rebound. Here's Hayes. Passes it in front to Joe. Joe from the left elbow, a jumper off the glass, too strong. And now it's Stone with the ball, bringing it up for Hidden Valley. Stone on the far side, now driving right down Main Street against Marcus. It's good. Here comes Hayes. Hayes trying to do the same thing, loses the dribble, and they're going to say this one stays with Henley. Mustangs showing no fear inside the paint, going body to body against McCready. And now Mendez, who does match McCready in size, checks back into the game for Hidden Valley. Here's Joe Janney with the top of the key. Now to McCready beyond the arc. McCready to Chris Janney. Outside to Hayes. Hayes head fakes a three. Now driving inside. 10-foot floater is no good, but he's hacked on his way to the rim. He'll shoot two. Hayes 2 for 2 already at the line today. Tonight's broadcast on mybasin.com brought to you by Abby's Legendary Pizza. If you're looking for a great place to eat, head to one of Abby's Legendary Pizza locations for some of the best pizza in the Klamath Basin at 1919 Austin Street or 2226 Shalleck Street near OIT. Abby's Legendary Pizza is a proud supporter of high school sports. First free throw offline from Hayes, the second, the same fate. It is 32-17, 2:46 to go in the second. Hidden Valley in front. Here's Stone. Stone to Mendez, top of the key, hands it to Klingler. Klingler now to Isley on the far side. Isley trying to drive inside, gets tied up by his own teammate. Loose ball collected by Isley, guarded by Joe Janney, trying to drive inside, and I believe they're going to call Janney with the blocking foul on that one. And they do. That's Joe's first. Also first for Henley in this quarter. Quick interior pass to Stone. His layup left short. Joe Janney with the rebound. Kicking it ahead to Chris Janney. Taking it to the cup. It's blocked by Mendez. McCready with the rebound. His shot's good. 32-19, 2:16 to go in the second quarter. Hidden Valley leading. Here's Iwamizu. Iwamizu getting it to Stone for three. No good. And the rebound goes out of bounds. Last touched by the shooter, so it'll be Henley ball. Bryson Montag checking back in for Chris Janney. And it'll be Aiden Hayes bringing it up for the Hornets. Near side to Bennett. Bennett around the first defender. Terminates the dribble. Top of the key to Montag. Now back outside to Bennett. Bennett takes a screen. Moving left. Mid-range jumper. High arcing shot. Rims out. But Hayes is there for the putback. All right, 32-21, a minute 46 to go in the second quarter. Iwamizu bounce pass to Stone. Stone terminates the dribble, trapped by Hayes, gets rid of it over to Isley for three. No good. Montag with the rebound, and he gets fouled trying to collect the board. Hidden Valley, a little bit of a cold shooting spell here in this second quarter. Henley now only trailing by 11, at one point down by 15.
16.
There you have it. Here's Hayes. Over to Montag on the far side. Now to Bennett, top of the key. Bennett, right elbow jumper, no good, and the rebound snagged by Klingler. A minute 20 now. Here's Isley, top of the key, guarded by Joe Janney. Now to Klingler. Klingler dribbles it well beyond the arc, guarded by Hayes. Now in front of the Hornets bench, dishes it to Isley. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Isley trying to direct a little bit of traffic. Now to Klingler on the far side. Klingler finds Mendez, top of the key, zips it to Noga in the near corner. Noga bouncing it down low to Iwamizu on the left block against Montag. Fadeaway jumper is no good. And a wrestle for the rebound. Montag stepped out of bounds, but it's a held ball before he takes the step. Possession arrow favors the Hornets. Good work by Montag on the glass. Determination there. 50 seconds to go in the second quarter. Here comes Hayes. Hayes dishing it over to Bennett. Bennett now back top of the key to Hayes, near corner to Montag. Driving baseline, outside to Bennett for three, no good. Rebound is collected by Isley. And timeout called by Coach Kassler. Will take it with him. 32-21, 30 seconds to go in the second. This is Hornets basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sport. Video on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Thank you so much for being with us wherever you are, however you might be watching and listening, whether it's on mybasin.com with our free HD video tonight, or if you're listening on the radio, 104.3 and 960 Sports. My name's Josh Eldredge, along with me, Matt Bowling tonight, and so glad to be with you for the Skyline Conference opener. It's the Mustangs who start at the tail end of this second quarter, 22 seconds remaining in this frame, and they lead by 11. Taking their time, here's Isley. Shot clock is off, by the way. The Mustangs going to try to take the last possession of this half. Interior pass to Iwamizu. Back outside to Noga. He fires from range. It won't go. Now, Iwamizu tries to save it from going out of bounds, but ends up whacking it out himself. So the Hornets get a possession with 6 seconds to go in the first half. Hornets trying to sub in some shooters. In comes Lane Frank and Aiden Hayes. Out go Joe Janney and Chris Janney. Also on the floor, McCready and Montag. Racing up the floor is Hayes. Hayes from the free throw line. Up with the shot. Off the glass. No good. Rebound batted out and no second opportunity for the Hornets. We go to the locker rooms. Down 11. 32-21. Hidden Valley out in front of the Skyline Conference season opener. And you've got it on 104.3 and 960 Sports. HD video tonight on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, the retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
It is halftime at Hidden Valley High School tonight for the Henley Hornets Skyline Conference season opener. And right now, the Hornets trailing on the road, 32-21. The leading scorer for both sides tonight is Naren Stone. 2 made triples and a couple of other field goals get him 13 points in that first half. 7 points for Joshua Iwamizu, 5 for Ivan Isley, 4 for Austin Klingler, and 3 for Mauricio Mendez is your 32 points for Hidden Valley. Meantime, for Henley, it's been Marcus McCready with 11, Aiden Hayes with 6, and Luke Bennett with just 2. That gets us to 21 for the Henley Hornets. Not a bad half of basketball, but Hidden Valley just had that stretch in the middle there where they kind of ran away with things.
This game was tied at 12 with 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Hidden Valley then went on an 18-2 run over the next 6.5 minutes of game time, right until about the halfway point of the second quarter. But Henley down by as much as 16, able to kind of cut into this lead a little bit. And I think this is still a very winnable game for Henley. They can get back into this. You see the three-point shooting has cooled off for the Mustangs. That was the reason that they were able to go on that big run. They just could not miss from beyond the arc. But, I think if Henley really just keeps pounding it in the paint with Marcus McCready, they can get back into this game.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of things to look out for the second half of this game, and both of them have to do with fatigue. For Henley's side, how can Marcus hold up after not playing for a few weeks? Does he have what it takes to play a full game? I mean, playing yourself back into conditioning, it is a whole thing. You could be as skilled as you want to around the basket, but running up and down that floor, that wears on you. For Hidden Valley, they're jacking up three-pointers. That is, it fatigues you as well, trying to use that strength in your wrist and continuing to shoot that ball. That'll be something interesting to see for Hidden Valley in this second half. And these two teams, again, a little bit of a budding rivalry in the Skyline Conference. Henley's had the season series the past 4 years, 6-2 in the last 4 years, Henley over Hidden Valley. The last loss that Henley took to Hidden Valley was actually right on this home floor, May 25th, 2021, a 1-point loss. 39-38 was the last time that the Hornets dropped one to the Mustangs. Hopefully we're in for another good finish tonight. Right now, Henley trailing by 11. We're going to step aside, come back, and when we do, we'll talk a little bit more about what we expect to see in this game and what's next for the rest of the week on mybasin.com. So stick with us. Hornets basketball continues on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place and then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Josh Eldredge and Matt Bowling along with you for more Hornets basketball tonight. 104.3 960 Sports and mybasin.com. 32-21 Hidden Valley in front of Henley here early. And really excited to be able to announce this for the first time that starting tomorrow evening on 104.3 and 960 Sports, a new local talk show featuring yours truly, Ballin' in the Basin. Really excited to be able to showcase some of our local kids and coaches and teams. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is something that we've been kind of workshopping and discussing for a couple months now, and we're really glad to be able to finally take this thing on the air. Our first guests tomorrow night, we are going to hear from, we're actually going to have both live in studio, which is going to be awesome. Orland Culp, new Mazama head football coach, replacing Vic Lease, as well as Annie Campos from the Henley girls basketball team, who you just saw play in the early game on this broadcast.
Should be a lot of fun, of course, if you want to listen in tomorrow night. 6 o'clock is when we start things off. Ballin' in the Basin with myself, Josh Eldredge, and my partner here, Matt Bowling. Should be a lot of fun. And again, follow us on Facebook, 960 Sports. Keep your eyes on mybasin.com. We'll continue to update that as well.
Yeah, and hey, if you're a coach or an athletic director and you think one of your coaches or athletes should get a spotlight, get on our show, reach out to us. We're definitely going to be looking for guests. It's going to be a weekly show, so we certainly hope to hear from some folks who are interested in coming on.
So please join us tomorrow night again at 6 o'clock. In the meantime, though, we've got a second half of basketball in front of us, so we're going to prepare for that. 32-21 as we bring things back courtside here in Murphy, Oregon at Hidden Valley High School. The Henley Hornets trailing the Mustangs in this one. Second half action next on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
Wait, all I do is wait.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Comfortable and not corporate. At Fall Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Fall Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Fall Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Bowling with you as we continue your coverage of Hornets basketball tonight on 104.3 and 960 Sports. HD video on mybasin.com as we get ready for the third quarter of action. The Hornets trailing in this one, 32-21, but a second half hopefully promising for these Hornets. 5 on the floor for them. It's Harper, McCready, Janney, Hayes, and Bennett. And for the Mustangs, it is Isley, Briarty, Stone, Mendez, and Iwamizu. And the Mustangs start with it. Here's Isley. Now to Iwamizu in the near corner. Trapped by the Hornets in the near corner, trying to dribble out of it, getting rid of it, but it's taken away by Harper. Here come the Hornets. Harper trying to take it himself. Dishes it outside to Janney. Inside to McCready, trying to go up against Mendez, high off the glass. McCready with the hoop and the harm to start things in the third.
There you go. Marcus McCready on the inside, another and one. All of a sudden, it's a single-digit game.
McCready ended that first half with 11 points, leading the Hornets. And a made free throw there brings this game 32-24, 7.5 to go in the third. Briarty bringing it up for the Mustangs. Dishing it over to Isley, now back to Briarty. At the free throw line to Mendez, bounces it back to Briarty. Briarty to Isley on the far side now. Bounces it down low to Mendez, zips it over to Briarty, now to Iwamizu at the baseline. His mid-range shot offline. Rebound collected by Harper. Harper shoves it ahead to Hayes. Hayes in the near corner to Bennett. Back top of the key to Harper. Puts it on the deck, outside to Janney. Janney now trying to go inside the paint. From 13 feet out, no good. McCready saves the rebound, but rifles a pass to no man's land. Out of bounds it goes, and it's Hidden Valley basketball. Mustangs shot the ball extremely well in that first half, built them up to a 16-point lead at one point. And now it shrunk down to an 8-point lead. Here's Iwamizu, left the layup short. McCready with the rebound. Fires a fastball again, just too much on that pass. The second mistake McCready's made consecutively. He'll look to clean that up, and I think he knows it. Hanging his head a little bit. Well, McCready, in his first game back after a lengthy absence, things like that could happen. Here come the Mustangs. Here's Mendez, guarded by Hayes, dumps it down low to Iwamizu. Iwamizu guarded by McCready. His shot blocked again by Marcus. That's his third block, matching his season average.
Yeah, that shot had no chance. Great way to make up for a miscue on the offensive end. Go make a great play on defense.
Pass goes outside to Stone. Too strong on the triple, and Bennett cleans up the glass, and Bennett with a whistle. I think there's something on the floor, and there is. It's an official timeout. It'll be Hornets basketball out of the pause. Quick reminder that tonight's broadcast brought to you by Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Picking the right path can make the journey easier, the distance shorter, and can assure that you end up at the right place. Whether you're dreaming of owning a home or you just want a great checking account, Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union can help you reach your goals. 6.5 to go in the third, 32-24. And the Hornets start with the ball. Here's Hayes. Crosses the half-court stripe. Bounces it over to Harper on the right wing. Harper catches Hayes rolling to the rim. Hayes is fouled, I believe, on the floor. We'll see. Yeah, that is a foul before the shot. So the Hornets maintain possession, although that's the second team foul for the Mustangs and the first for Mauricio Mendez. Here's Bennett to inbound, lofting it to McCready. McCready to Janney on the right elbow. Janney puts it on the deck, dishes outside to Harper. Harper takes the screen, rolling left, back outside to Hayes, but an errant pass. And it's picked up by Briarty, saved by Janney. Now the Hornets on the other side of the floor have to find a way back. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Here is Hayes. Hayes will bring it back across the half-court stripe. Hayes trying to take it himself. His shot blocked by Iwamizu. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by the Mustangs, and the Hornets hold on to it. Good defense on both sides being played here in the third quarter. Here's Hayes to inbound for Henley. Lofting inbound to Bennett, top of the key. Bennett brings it around the far side. Down low to McCready. Mismatch down low. He's double teamed and fouled. McCready pushed fairly hard. It'll just be a floor foul.
That's the third foul of the quarter on Hidden Valley, though. 2 more and Henley's in the bonus.
Free throws could be a clear lane back into this game for Henley. Inbound pass to McCready. Bothered by 2 Mustangs. Dribbling past Mendez, but his shot no good. McCready with the steal. His shot blocked by Mendez. And now here's Stone. Now to Iwamizu. Now to Stone. Tries to bounce it back low to Iwamizu, but the pass broken up, knocked out of bounds by Hayes. And we've got a sub coming in for the Mustangs. It looks like Briarty's heading to the pine, and in comes Noga. And Noga will inbound for Hidden Valley. All right, interior pass to Isley. Guarded by Harper. Hornets again in a zone look on defense. Here's Stone on the far side. Fields a double team. Now to Iwamizu in the far corner. Top of the key pass to Isley. He's left alone from range, but his shot no good. Rebound goes out of bounds, last touched by Noga. And so it'll be Hornets basketball with 5:09 to go in the third. 32-24, Hidden Valley leads. Hayes dribbling it up for the Hornets. Met by Noga between the circles. Bouncing it over to Harper. Harper taking the McCready screen, driving to the rim. His shot bothered. Goes out of bounds. Possession remains with Henley. Hayes to inbound. Lofting it high to Harper. At the free throw line. Zips it down low to McCready with the left hand. Nice touch there by Marcus. It's now 32-26, 4:45 to go in the third. It's Noga with it on the far side. Lofting it high to Isley. Now back to Noga. Noga bouncing in the far corner to Iwamizu. Spins around the defender. Mid-range shot blocked from behind, but a foul. Late whistle, and Hayes is incensed. Coach Hammond asking his questions. And that will be a shooting foul. Iwamizu to the line.
Luke Hammond is still holding that surrender cobra. He's been holding it for several seconds now.
Might be holding his tongue more than anything else. Iwamizu's first free throw good. Out goes Mendez. In comes Klingler for the Mustangs. Second free throw, no good from Iwamizu, and now it's Bennett. Dishing it over to Hayes. Hayes taking the McCready screen, now trying to drive right down the middle. Loses the handle on the shot, but he maintains possession as the ball goes out of bounds. And so it will be Hayes to inbound. Hayes lofting it high to Janney, but the pass taken away by Isley. Bringing it up against Janney. Zipping it down low to Noga. He finishes with the left. It's 35-26. Hidden Valley leads. And here come the Hornets. Hayes trying to drive baseline. Goes up with the shot. Nice finish by Hayes. Looking for the foul. He won't get it, but now only trailing by 7. 35-28. 4 to go in the third. All right, here's Noga. Noga to Iwamizu at the right elbow. Out to Stone. Stone driving inside. Can't get around the big outstretched hand of McCready. Now here come the Hornets. Hayes bringing it up. Now on the left wing. Takes a screen going right. Now to Harper on the right side. Harper takes it back top of the key to Janney. Janney driving left. Hands it to Hayes. Hayes now in the near corner. Puts it on the deck. Far side to Bennett. Bennett head fake. Steps back out. Now to Harper. About 14 feet out. Back outside to Bennett for three. No good. Rebound collected by Iwamizu. And Coach Kassler is going to call time, and he is pretty heated.
Yeah, Hidden Valley thought there should have been an over-the-back foul on Marcus McCready on that rebound.
Hard to necessarily disagree. Coach Kassler making his case. And I don't think it was a timeout called. I'm not sure what the whistle was exactly, but the Mustangs have it. 3:18 and counting, 35-28, Mustangs in front. Here's Noga. Noga, far side to Klingler. Now to Isley. Long three from Isley. String music, my goodness. 38-28, back to a 10-point game for Hidden Valley. 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Here's Bennett. Bennett trying to drive inside. Spins around, tied up, and he will travel. Isley bringing it up the floor. Bouncing it to Noga. Noga trapped in the corner but gets rid of it. Finds its way over to Stone. Now to Klingler in the far corner for three. He's fouled on the triple and the bucket. 4-point play pending for Austin Klingler.
That is a backbreaker for Henley. Now you had it down to a 6-point lead, and I mean, that's just tough.
Back up to 13 points, although 2:43 to go in the third. A lot of basketball to be played. Make it a 14-point game. After the made free throw from Hidden Valley. Here's Montag. Fouled on the shot is Bennett. He will go to the line for a pair. So with Bennett going to the line for two, a reminder that the next time the Hornets play at home, it'll be Military Appreciation Night at Henley High School. All former and current military and their immediate family are invited to attend Thursday night's game against Mazama for free. Also, don't forget to pick up your coupon when you get there. You get free items at the concession stand. More details about Military Appreciation Night are on our website, on mybasin.com. First free throw good from Bennett. The second one is also good. And so a 12-point game and time on the floor. It's 42-30. 2:30 to go in 960 Sports and HD video on my.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Well, coming out of the break, it's a 12-point lead for Hidden Valley, although this third quarter has seemed much closer than that. Really, this whole game has felt closer than a 12-point differential. Hidden Valley has hit some extremely tough shots and made their free throws. They built a 12-point lead with a few minutes to go in the third quarter. 2.5 to be precise, and it'll be those Mustangs who start with the ball. The Hornets breaking out a press. They're going to try to dictate the pace a little bit to these Mustangs who, again, have just been draining buckets. All right. Pass ahead to Iwamizu. Now to Noga in the corner. The Mustangs ignore the press but miss the triple. Here comes Joe Janney. Passing it to Chris Janney. Now to Montag. Montag moving right to Janney now. Top of the key. Handing it off to Joe Janney. Here's Joe operating against Noga. Now on the far side to Bennett. Down low to McCready. With the mismatch down low, McCready misses the first shot, now gets the putback. 10-point game. 42-32, a minute 55 to go in the third. All right, here's Isley. Isley lofting it far side to Stone. Steps back, maintains the dribble, lofting it near side to Isley, bouncing it in the corner to Klingler. Klingler bothered in the corner, now to Iwamizu, bouncing it down low to Stone. Fadeaway shot, no good. And Montag with the rebound. A minute 35 to go in the third, 10-point game. Here's Chris Janney going to work down low. His shot rejected by Isley. Now the Mustangs bringing it up. Isley loses the dribble, and it goes out of bounds. High energy basketball tonight at Hidden Valley High School. Both teams engaged. Student section from Hidden Valley's kind of teetered out a little bit, but a packed house at the Evergreen Federal Bank Sports Complex. Here's Montag at the free throw line, getting it to Janney. Janney at the left elbow, outside to Joe Janney. Trying to get it across the court to Montag, but picked away, and a loose ball collected by Stone. Here come the Mustangs. 1 minute remaining in the third quarter. Pass goes over to Stone. Long three, won't go, and it's Joe Janney who cleans up the glass. Passing it ahead to Chris Janney as he crosses the timeline. Now to Marcus beyond the arc. Here's to Joe on the left wing. Back to Chris Janney. Janney looking for an open player down low. Brings it along the left side. Spins around, loses the ball. Up off the glass. Chris Janney good from 8 feet. Back down to a single-digit lead. Shot clock off. 31 seconds to go in the third. It's 42-34. Pass goes over to Stone and a whistle. Bennett biting off a little bit more than he could chew on the defensive end, and he'll get whistled. Lane Frank checking in for Chris Janney. And a timeout on the floor. We've got time for 1-2. 42-34. Hidden Valley leads here in the third quarter. This is Hornets basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports. (42-34), 26th and a tenth of a second remain in the third frame. Hidden Valley in front of Henley. And they've also got the basketball, an opportunity to take the last shot of this quarter. The Mustangs looking to inbound in the backcourt. They find Stone. Stone getting it to Isley. Bothered by Montag and Frank. Now over to Stone. Stone back to Isley. Picked up by Frank. 13 seconds now. Here's Stone. Stone back to Isley. Isley bringing it right. Over to Klingler in the near corner. Back to Isley. Fakes left. Driving right to an open spot on the floor. Pulls up from range. It's no good. McCready gets it. A shot at the buzzers well late by Montag. And we head to the fourth with Hidden Valley leading by 8. Hornets trailing in the Skyline Conference season opener. We'll be back with more Hornets basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports with you on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Fourth quarter action on 104.3 and 960 Sports. HD video on mybasin.com. I'm Josh Eldredge. Along with me is Matt Bowling as we are 8 minutes from a conclusion in this one. And right now, Hidden Valley's in front 42-34. But it is Henley who starts with the basketball. The 5 on the floor for the boys in yellow. It's Hayes, Harper, Frank, Bennett, and McCready. Here's Harper. Harper at the right elbow. Dishes it outside to Bennett. Bennett left alone from 3. Bennett cashes in. 42-37. First made triple for Henley here in the fourth. 5 points for Bennett. Here come the Mustangs. That's Stone. Now to Isley. Isley fakes right. Dribbles left. Now to Klingler. Near corner triple. Too strong. Rebound collected by Frank. Here come the Hornets. It's Aiden Hayes. Hayes shoves it ahead to Bennett. Fakes right. Driving left. Outside to Hayes. Head fakes a triple. Now driving baseline. Up with the shot. He's hacked. Heading to the line for a pair. Free throws, an area where Henley absolutely needs to come through in the final portion of this game. Right now they are just 4 for 5 from the free throw line. That's a pretty good showing so far. First one misses. Here's Hayes' second. That one is good. A 2-possession ball game now, 42-38. 7:15 to go in the ball game. Hornets pressing. They trap him, get ahead to Noga. Noga trying to drive against McCready. Dishes it out to Klingler for an open look at 3. No good. Stone with the rebound. Has it stripped. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by Bennett. And the Mustangs maintain possession, up by 4. Here's Isley to inbound for Hidden Valley. Inbound to Klingler. Klingler back top of the key to Isley, and an illegal screen set by the Mustangs. Hornets get it with 6:57 to go in the final period. Here's Hayes. He will be the one to bring it into the front court for the Hornets. Hayes guarded beyond the perimeter. Gets it to Bennett. Bennett at the free throw line. Outside to Hayes for 3. Left short. And a rebound collected by Hidden Valley. Mustangs, who've played with an accelerated pace for 3 quarters, slowing things down here in the fourth. Here's Iwamizu. He's left alone for 3, and it's good. 45-38, back up to a 7-point game. 6:20 to go in the fourth. Hayes going left, bounces it over to Harper. Harper now in the far corner to Frank. Frank puts it on the deck, driving to the rim. Mid-range jumper, left short, rebound collected by McCready. He goes up for it himself, and he makes the bucket. Fighting contact, no whistle, doesn't bother McCready. 5-point game. Pass in the near corner. Here's Klingler, driving baseline. McCready with the emphatic rejection. Hayes gets his hand on the second shot. And now here come the Hornets. Bennett into the front court. Now over to Hayes. Finds its way to Frank, near side, and Frank will travel. It'll be Stone to inbound for the Mustangs. Pass finds its way to Iwamizu, well beyond the arc. At the big horse at half court, the Hidden Valley Mustang. Here is now Isley. Top of the key to Stone. Now over to Iwamizu. Iwamizu, mismatch on the perimeter against McCready. He is fouled driving to the rim. And that will send Iwamizu to the line for 2. So far, Iwamizu is 3 for 4 at the line tonight. Shooting 2 here. Hey, if you want to stay in shape and be involved in a sport you love, you can earn some money in the process. You should become an athletic official. There's a shortage of officials in Oregon, and we need you now more than ever. Visit osaa.org/officials to begin your journey. First free throw from Iwamizu is good. The second one also good. 7-point game. Here come the Hornets. Shoving it ahead to Frank. Frank back to Hayes. Hayes takes the screen against McCready. Now trying to drive in himself. Up on the shot and a charge. Hayes going to be hit with that foul and a turnover. Big swing there, and Coach Hammond trying to maybe toss in his 2 cents there on the sideline, although it was, I believe, a charge, no doubt. Here comes Joe Janney into the game, and that was it for Aiden Hayes, his 5th. Hayes exits tonight with 8 points. Hornets will have to do it without him. It all starts with a stop here. It's Briarty with it. Now to Stone, top of the key. Here's Isley. Puts it on the deck, dishes it outside to Klingler. Now to Iwamizu at the free throw line, backs out to Stone. Stone now to Isley. Isley, top of the key to Briarty, finds Stone on the far side. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Iwamizu. Long triple for Iwamizu. It's no good. Rebound battled for underneath. Loose ball picked up by Joe Janney. Hornets step on the gas. Find Frank in the near corner. Now Bennett left side. Over to Joe Janney on the right wing. Down low to McCready. Pump fakes, gets the defense off his feet, and one. McCready's fired up. He's heading to the line. And we've got a substitution coming in for the Hornets. It'll be Montag in for Frank. Still pending a free throw from McCready. He's 1 for 1 so far tonight. Marcus's free throw is good. 4-point game. 47-43, 4:38 to go in the 4th. And it's Isley bringing it up the floor. He'll walk it across as he dishes it to Stone. Stone lofting it to Briarty in the corner. Briarty bouncing it to Iwamizu, trying to drive inside. Outside to Isley. He'll dribble it back outside. Now to Klingler on the right wing, well beyond the arc. Klingler now to Isley in the near corner. Henley in the zone look once more. Far side pass to Stone. He takes a triple. It's too strong. The Hornets collect the rebound. Here's Harper. He'll cross the timeline for the Hornets. Pass in the front court to Bennett. Bennett down low to McCready, but the pass taken away by Isley. 4 minutes to go in the game in a 4-point game. Hidden Valley leads. Isley walks it across the timeline. Now ahead to Stone. Bouncing it back to Isley. He steps into a triple, left well short. McCready can't collect the rebound. Iwamizu, free throw line jumper. That's no good. This time McCready collects the glass. Here's Montag now into the front court. Over to Joe Janney. And a whistle. It was Hammond having to yell for time halfway out onto the floor. Finally gets it. We'll take it with him. 47-43. Crunch time here at Hidden Valley High School. The Hornets trailing. This is Skyline Conference basketball on 104.3 and 9.
What, Ron? Great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Back with you on 104.3 and 960 Sports. HD video on mybasin.com. Bennett takes some contact, shooting a triple, but gets the ball back. Right now, Henley down 4, 3:30 to go in the 4th quarter. Bennett with it. Taking it out, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Joe Janney. Now to Montag on the far side. Montag getting it to Harper on the left wing. Near side to Janney. Getting it down low to McCready. Close to the rim. It won't go. And rebound collected by Hidden Valley. Here comes Isley. Isley dribbling, kicks it outside to Klinger for 3. It rattles home. Big made triple for Hidden Valley, and now it's back up to a 7-point game. Here's Bennett. Bennett trying to get it down low to McCready, but Montag is going to step out of bounds. A little bit overzealous trying to take a pass I don't think that was intended for him. Hornets pressing. 3 minutes to go. They trail by 7. Underhand pass to Mendez. His shot strong. Now here come the Hornets. It's Harper. Out to McCready. Lofting it over to Montag. Montag spinning around to his left. Outside to Harper. He fires a triple. Harper too short on that one, and Klingler collects the rebound. Isley going to walk it across half court. The Hornets content to try to play the clock with 2.5 remaining. Here's Iwamizu now on the far side. Iwamizu brings it around top of the key, kicks it to Stone. Stone now to Isley. Isley to Mendez. Now to Stone on the left wing. Bouncing it to Klingler, top of the key. Klingler near side to Mendez. Mendez dishing it now over to Isley. Isley trying to drive inside at the free throw line. Fadeaway jumper for Isley's no good. And that will expire the shot clock as the ball does not hit rim. And with under 2 to go, the Hornets must play some inspired basketball. Down 7. Here's Bennett. Bennett to Janney. Janney now on the right elbow, trying to get it to Bennett. It's taken away by Stone. Stone by himself. The layup is good in the open court. 52-43, a minute 39 to go in the fourth quarter. Pass to Harper in the far corner. Harper dishing it to Montag. Mid-range jumper for Montag's good. Hornets refusing to go away with 91 seconds remaining. They trail by 7. It'll be Mustangs basketball when we come back on 104.3 and 960 Sports, mybasin.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Hornets trail by 7 with a minute 31 to go in the fourth quarter. Now, we were just talking about it during the break. A league winning streak at stake for the Hornets tonight. They haven't lost in about a year and a half in Skyline Conference play. Without a big turnaround here, that streak is in danger.
18-game winning streak for the Hornets in Skyline Conference play. Their last league loss was during the summer 2021 season. It was shortened, played in the middle of COVID.
Here come the Mustangs. Iwamizu pressured beyond the arc. Now over to Isley. Now to Stone in the near corner. Back to Isley. Now to Iwamizu. Stone now on the right wing to Isley. Well beyond the arc. Mustangs looking to slow things down. Isley loses the dribble but recollects. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Isley bringing it around. Trying to drive baseline against Joe Janney. Reverse layup. A beautiful finish by Isley. And that extends this Mustang lead. 9-point game. Bennett into a 3. It rattles out. Isley with the rebound. And that one might have just about put the nail in the coffin. A beautiful. Here's Iwamizu with it now, top of the key. Iwamizu to Stone on the near side. 9 seconds on the shot clock. It's Tanoga. And I believe we're going to have timeout called by Coach Kastler. We'll stick with you through this break. 54-45, 21 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. This game is back and forth, but it was Hidden Valley who's been hitting the big buckets here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Henley, they got down 16. They were able to get back to within 6. Hidden Valley then climbed back out to 14. Henley then cut it down to 4 again. The Hornets have had a ton of chances to come back and take control of this game, but ultimately they just haven't been able to do what they need to do to get over that hump.
This would be, as you mentioned, their first league loss since the summer of 2021. Last year making it to the state tournament after claiming the Skyline Conference undefeated. The first time that squad had ever done that, go undefeated in conference play. It won't be the case this year with just a handful of seconds.
Undefeated the past 2 seasons.
Right. Here's Noga with it. Pass over to Klingler for three. No good. Rebound kicked out to Montag. 13 seconds to go. Lane Frank into the near corner. Fires up a quick triple. Lane Frank too strong. And now it's Iwamizu, the Hornets, backing off and waving the white flag. It'll be the Hidden Valley Mustangs who impress the home fans and collect Skyline Conference win number 1. We'll be back to break it all down for you and wrap this thing up as we continue your coverage of Hornets basketball tonight on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Video on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Final score tonight from Hidden Valley High School. The Hornets dropping game 1 of the Skyline Conference season to the tune of 54-45. Leading scorers will start with the Mustangs tonight. Unofficially, it was Naren Stone who led the team with 15 points. Ivan Isley and Joshua Iwamizu each scored 13 tonight for Hidden Valley. 8 points for Austin Klingler, 3 for Mauricio Mendez, and 2 for Presley Noga. For the Henley Hornets, in his first game back, Marcus McCready led the team in scoring with 21 points. Aiden Hayes scored 8, Luke Bennett added 5, and Chris Janney with 2 points. Your scorers tonight for the Henley Hornets. This game ends in a 9-point deficit in favor of Hidden Valley, but, the Hornets, they were down by, at one point, 16, 14, and then battled back within 6. They went down again, battled back within 4. A lot of heart shown out tonight. They just couldn't pull it off on the road.
Yeah, I think, as we discussed, Henley came into this game on an 18-game winning streak in Skyline Conference play. Back-to-back undefeated seasons. Now, obviously, all streaks have to end sometime, but the way it happened tonight, I think it's hard not to be really disappointed in this result if you're Henley. I think this was a game that the Hornets really could have won, and frankly, when they look back, I think they might even say this is a game they should have won. They were within 4. They were within 4. They were within 6. As you said, they were within 6. Then they let it get back out to 14. They got it back to within 4, but they just made too many mistakes at the end, and just couldn't get over the hump. But really, no time to hang their heads. No time to grieve the end of their undefeated streak, because you got to turn around and play Mazama on Thursday. And as we saw tonight, Henley, they've been the top dogs in the Skyline Conference for the past few years. they now know that they are going to they now know definitively, I think they knew coming in, but they now know definitively that they are going to get everybody's best shot. It doesn't matter if they're shorthanded. It doesn't matter if their opponent is shorthanded. Everyone is gunning for the Hornets, and they are going to have to rise to that level of play that's going to be required to stave off these challengers.
And look, credit where credit is due. Hidden Valley played good basketball tonight. They hit three-pointers. They hit big shots down the stretch. They closed this game out. They stopped the Hornets from coming back. I mean, truthfully, they did play a good brand of basketball tonight.
Sure. They shot it well. I mean, like we said, those threes, they keyed an 18-2 run in the first half. Again, without that, I think Henley wins this game, certainly. But it was within reach. It was within reach for Henley, and they just couldn't take it. But hey, it's the first game. I think this is maybe a bit of a reality check, right? I think it's if you're gonna get a reality check like this, I think it's a lot better to get it at the start of league play than later, closer to the playoffs.
9-point loss for the Hornets tonight in their first Skyline Conference game for Henley. This drops them on the season to 7-6 overall. Hidden Valley improves to 8-6, 1-0 in conference play for them. Don't have a final yet from the Phoenix-Mazama game that's been going on tonight. That's the one other conference game that's been played. That'll dictate the Skyline Conference standings heading into Thursday's game. Quick turnaround for the Hornets. They're going to have to forget this one in a hurry.
No doubt about it. And, Mazama, on paper, this looks like a get-right game, but they certainly need to attack that one because, again, as we saw tonight, they're going to get everybody's best shot this year.
We'll be back with you Thursday night on 104.3 960 Sports and on mybasin.com as the Henley Hornets play the Mazama Vikings at home. That's Military Appreciation Night, by the way, so if you're current or former military, you do get in for free with your immediate family. You get some free stuff at the concession stands. So come on out, support these kids, and let's try to see these Hornets right the ship. In the meantime, tonight, a 54-45 loss on the road. This about does it for us tonight. Appreciate you joining us for the mybasin.com coverage of Henley Hornets basketball. You can watch a replay of the entire event tonight on mybasin.com. It's your home for everything going on in the Klamath Basin, from news to sports, special events, everything else in between. Find it on mybasin.com. Want to thank the folks that make tonight's broadcast possible. Of course, we'll start with all four head coaches. From the women, Andrew Clem of Hidden Valley and Randy Denson for the Henley Hornets, of course, working with us for the broadcast tonight. And for the boys, Jordan Kassler of the Mustangs and Mr. Luke Hammond of the Henley Hornets and Mr. Travis Howard, the athletic director here at Hidden Valley High School, welcoming us in his facility and setting us up nicely at the Evergreen Federal Bank Sports Complex. Final score one more time tonight, 54-45, the Hornets falling to the Mustangs. For Matt Bowling, I'm Josh Eldredge saying good night from Hidden Valley High School.